Hey, what's up everyone? Gleekon here, back again, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. That show that, well, maybe a lot of it different than a lot of other shows you see out there, because tons of them cover World of Warcraft, where they maybe have a lot of polish. This is definitely that bootleg Temu Warcraft, but this is it's something where we try to do everything together, and I don't think any other show or channel does that. I'm pretty sure I've hollowed out a niche over the past 1,500 plus episodes and 3-4 years. We play through every game in order. We do every bit of lore, in-game, out-of-game in order. We do every line of every dialogue, nothing too small, obscure, nothing too erroneous. We cover it all, canon, non-canon alike. Last episode we did one of the fables from the basically children's bedtime storybook, Folk and Fairy Tales, so we do those, try to get some reading going at least once a week. Most of the novels that came out that talk about the pre-World of Warcraft era, those have all been covered if you want to check out the previous kind of book on tapes that I do. And we've been we played through all of the old PC games pre-World of Warcraft, and we've been doing a long play through World of Warcraft era. Classic. So with Classic here, I do both one Alliance character, one Horde, and we had a reboot. We got about halfway through the game before I needed to do a reboot because it was just too much overlap when I tried to do one of every class. So now we're down to just one of each faction, and we talk about the other classes now and then because it turns out there's really just a smattering of quests for those other classes anyway. It's not like it is in, say, Legion, where we will do every single class. But we just started Searing Gorge with our Horde character. Not a big zone for the Horde, so it should maybe take us just a couple more episodes to take care of. So stay a while and listen as we hold Gleekon's Soul's Hand. That is our Tauren Shaman, mostly enhanced, but starting to lean towards the resto. Last time we really did a lot of the setup in this zone of Searing Gorge. So Searing Gorge for Horde is all neutral quests. We basically did a lot of the ones where you got the Smithing Tuyere, we got a lot of the kill quests done. So what we have left we have a little bit of Geologists left to kill. One Geologist left to kill, which will open up a world quest for us. We do need to kill Taskmasters and Slavers. We still need to go underground for the Incendosaurs. Yeah, so there's some things we need to do. Right now, I think we're going to focus on killing that last Geologist while also, let's see if we can get these Taskmasters taken care of. But we're going to only do that one organically, the Taskmasters and Slavers. I'm not going to go out of my way for that. But there will be some, definitely, they're showing so many pieces because those guys are all underground. But we should get the chance to kill a few Taskmasters and Slavers. We're going to need help with one piece of it, and we will do that. There's a slaver. I'm going to go ahead and do that. When we go under, we'll go under for some Incendosaurs, as the quest giver calls them, Incendosaurs. We'll go under for some of those, but we'll also start spoofing the need for what the Flux and Overseer Maltorius. Alright, we've got one of each, so that's cool. We have now killed 12 of the 30. So we're about 40% of the way done. Here's another duo. That's all we'll do here. We'll just kind of ping them from time to time. Get a couple each time. You can easily get them all when you go underground, so it's not there's not a big impetus for us to do it now. You can also, it's not tied into anything. It's not part of a quest chain. It's just a little reward. But why not? Why not get a few while we're up and about? How dare you net me? But yeah, I really don't foresee us taking a long time. There's only a couple things that could slow us down. One, we are going to need help with killing Overseer Maltorius. That's not feasibly a solo. We're starting to get to the point where there's almost nothing you can solo when it comes to elite quests. We're not quite there yet. Certainly you can solo elite mobs, but without being mega geared up as a level 60, there's a lot of things we can't do. And, you know, we're 55, so we're... Ever pick a talent? I did. We're bringing it when it comes to that. But we're just not really there yet. And we're just not really... It's going to get harder and harder, because the zones will get more difficult faster than we get better. And there's only 5 levels to go. I don't know. Let's see. We might have to do some fishing. I think we probably will. Yeah, we'll have some fishing to do on this episode. But we will also have some travel that we need to do. When we go kill this geologist and turn that in, there is some travel. We're going to go try to kill a geologist right now. Okay, we're up to 16 out of the 30, so we're a little past halfway on the slavers and taskmasters. We're going to need to kill some glassweb spiders here, and then we'll be able to start traveling. Again, I'm not really that worried about this taskmasters and slavers. But yes, this geologist guy here, we do need 1 more of those. It's kind of why we stopped last time, is because this is lucky. There's 3 of them. There's not usually 3. And there's only a few at the actual quest site, and the night that we played last, there was a lot of competition. So now that quest is done. That's actually the easiest quest in the zone. It's called Caught, and we're finally going to finish that right now. We'll go turn that in, and that is part of a chain. We need the Symbol of Ragnaros. That is an elite quest also. It's annoying. There are a couple other elite quests, but they are all soloable, so I'm not very worried about that. What I think we're going to do is bust out today the travel portion, because that's time-consuming. Ooh, look, someone wants the Lionheart helm. If I was on my other character, I could not do it either, but at least I'm working towards that. After this, we'll be moving to Feralis. So next week, probably starting Monday, we'll be in Feralis. That'll be fun. That's a fun zone to quest in, and that'll take us a couple weeks. So people have been here recently. There's some dead golems.
I ain't got all day. Get me those pieces of silk cloth. I mean, geologists. Get those geologists. They deserve to feel your wrath. Oh, this is great. Nice feel to it, too. What? Oh, yeah, geologists. Got 'em good, did ya? I can't thank you enough, Gleekonsole. That'll give me some time to finish up in here. Thanks again, Gleekonsole.
So what he's talking about is you also have to bring him 15 pieces of silver, if you don't remember, from the last episode, or if you didn't see it. It's not 15 pieces of silver, 15 pieces of silk. So we just finished Caught, and that will open up Ledger from Tanaris. It is by far the most annoying quest in the zone because of the travel involved. Ledger from Tanaris.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. You want to finish up a little job I took when I was in Tanaris? It's easy. Crinkle Goodsteel in Gadsden was looking for some stuff found here in Searing Gorge and a few other places. Maybe you could take a look at the list and then bring it all to him. Well, just slide his ledger under the door if you're interested. Take that and the stuff he wants back to him after you collected it all.
Okay, so he puts a little book out. There it is right there, which we have to read. And we will in just a second. And that's part of the quest. So this is now Ledger and Tanaris. We'll probably get that one done. And then Job Opportunity Culling the competition. That's just something I'd like to finish because it's a pretty easy one. And then other than that, we just have the What the Flux, the Flame Casing we're working on, the Torch of these are all really together, and then we'll have the Rep Grind at the end. The Rep Grind will most likely be a big part of what we do on the next episode. So I will put a little call out right now just in case in the zone. In case there's someone here that wants to team up, because we could 2-man it. Just in case, because if you could take the help, that's the #1 question mark for us. All right, we need the glass But let's read the book as we get these spiders. Greetings and salutations, adventurers. I don't remember if I read this book on the Alliance version, so it's a good thing that we're doing it twice. Greetings and salutations, adventurers. I, Crinkle Goodsteel, have need of those willing to put themselves at risk in order to complete some of my most arduous tasks. Because of my many duties and the workload I managed to take upon myself, I ensure... Spider silk. That anyone brave enough to complete this list of items and return them to me intact will be paid handsomely. Getting no responses. There's a master elemental leather worker, but that is, even though I like that, I guess that's the Alliance version. Yeah, I didn't expect to get a bite on this, but I'm not. The list is contained in the following pages. We're not getting any bites on the help today, and that's okay. Solid crystal leg shafts. The glassweb spiders of Searing Gorge are made of an incredible crystal-like material. Their legs, if not damaged when they're killed, make for a wonderful conductor in some of my companions' engineering experiments. I will need a number of them to test upon. The spiders have 8 possible legs themselves. Having 8 should be no problem for a stalwart warrior or practiced mage. Obviously, we just killed 1, and it gave us no legs, so this whole 8 things, that's a cap. Maybe we can get 4 out of some. Maybe. I doubt it. I don't have any high hopes, but this is what we're doing, step 1. So, for whatever reason, he says they're a wonderful conductor, because they're crystal, I guess. We were collecting them. An overdue package is the second thing we're going to need to get. Okay, we did not get one. That guy either. Nice hit. I hired someone who I thought was a reliable pilot to bring me a package from Theramore. I was apparently wrong, and even though the pilot lived to tell the tale, there we go, we got 3 legs off of that one. He left his entire Zeppelin and all of its cargo behind to save his own neck. That would have poisoned me twice. Well, I need that package back. From what Beazle tells me, he crashed just west of the bay in Dustwallow Marsh. It went down just after he crossed the hills along the water's edge. I feel like if he was picking it up from Theramore, that one had 4 in it. And he crashed it right there. Like, he didn't... How good of a pilot is he? He barely made it across the bay. He never did tell me what caused him to crash. Drugs and alcohol, baby. I don't know. Goodsteel's Balanced Flamberge is the final thing. Finally, I want one of my finest works of blacksmithing to date. This Flamberge was an incredible sword. Just some meat on that one. Some meat on the bones. This incredible sword... Oh, this Flamberge was an incredible sword that I bestowed upon what I thought was a very honorable and great warrior. Well, he was trounced by a murloc named Jarquai, something like that, Jamiroquai. It was while he was traveling along the coast of the Swamp of Sorrows when he thought to attack the creature. He failed and apparently fled, but not before leaving the weapon behind for this murloc to take. Alright, so this is why we have some issues. The last page says, find me these items and return to Gadgetzin with them all, along with this ledger, and I'll reward you, so you also need to keep the book. So we have to get one of the 3 ingredients here where we are, no worries. The second one, we've got to go to Swamp of Sorrows. Okay, it's not that bad if you look at the map. It's right there, so we've got to just fly down to Swamp of Sorrows. And we can fish while we're in Swamp of Sorrows. That's a good fishing spot, as is Gadgetzin, but not the best. So we'll do some Swamp of Sorrows fishing. And then the last one being in Dustwallow Marsh is a little bit annoying. We can, I guess for us as Horde, because Menethil was the path for Alliance, so basically it was, alright, well then let's just go up to wetlands and fly over, but I think it'll be easier for us to just hearth and then from Orgrimmar fly down to Brackenwall Village. So it's not too bad of a flight. We can look at some of our other class quests we haven't covered yet. I think we started one for one of our classes, but I think it was Warlock, but then it turned out that there was actually 2 Warlock classes. There's a class quest tied into summoning the Infernal, and then there's a class quest tied into the Sunken Temple, like all the classes have, and we only read the Infernal one. And then we haven't looked at Warrior at all yet, so at 50, 52, all of them open up Sunken Temple. We haven't done them on these characters yet, because we're not going to be running Sunken Temple for a little while. But I have done the Mage and Paladin, no, the Mage and Druid Sunken Temple versions. We could run them, but it's just for a piece of gear. It's not really mind-blowing. If it was... Even the piece of gear is like, whatever, it's not. Getting pretty bad luck on these spiders' legs. We basically had 2 drops. One was a 4 and one was a 3, and all the other spiders have been pointless. So we're going to do that today. So after we finish this, we'll run around. We'll see if we can get any more taskmasters and things. I'd like to get a few more, because we're getting close on that. There we go. We're halfway done. We got 3 more. And I guess I'll make a little loop now that we made it to the top. We'll make a loop around looking for taskmasters and slavers. Even though, again, we don't need them. I kind of would like to be able to, when we do our traveling, because I don't think we're going to level up to 56, I'd like to be able to have as much Thorium Brotherhood rep taken care of as possible. So going down and getting the Incendosaur things taken care of, but I really would like to do this. So now I'm kind of thirsty for it, because if we can get that done, we can work on all the other types of rep. Wouldn't be as worried. Okay, so just kind of like fighting these little pairs of dudes. It's a nice place to drop some totems. Every single one we do, we get a couple more. I'm ahead on Taskmaster, so I guess there's just much more. We're going to only be needing the slavers soon. Somebody invited me. And now this is pretty cool. If we can do this, this will be pretty awesome. Okay. So, looks like Gobbles here is maybe going to help us. They said they're in the ruins, so they're way up there. Alright, so it's not real help. Alright, so they said they're still going to help, but that's cool. Alright, so we'll just mess about now. Oh, this person's going in there. That's a troll hunter. I'll go help him out, I guess, over there with his stuff. But they were obviously going for the same thing as I am. Give him a little heal. Alright, so they're part of like a team or something. So I guess maybe this dude will eventually come down here. I don't know. Not really going to mess about too much with this, since now this group is killing. I don't want to get in their spot necessarily. We don't really need it anyhow. We're going to make our way down. Alright, so actually let's do that. Let's go, now that they're... Well, we need the spiders too. Okay, so I'm going to kill... I guess I'll go back and work on killing spiders until this guy gets a little closer. And with the level 60 priests, we should be good. And then if we kill the 3 mobs, because it's 3 mobs you have to kill, Whateverosaur, Maltorius, he basically has 2 elite Dark Irons. My plan for soloing it would be to try to nuke one down, do every little thing I have, and see if I could nuke one down. That would be the hope. And if I could, as I draw them out, use a quick reincarnation, buff up again, and try to nuke down the second one, and it should be easier, hypothetically. And then if I only had the guy soloed, I could try, but to take him down. But he is... I don't know that I could solo even the guy without his buddies. He's very, very strong. And, yeah, it's just a... So he's still up there, but we still have things to do, so I'm not super duper worried. And while we're down there, we'll finish the other one, and we'll get the Incendosaur stuff. Because what I would like to do is have everything turned in here before we travel, so that when we go do this little traveling thing, we can when we do the traveling thing, we can also hit up the auction house and buy anything that we're going to need. Okay, so I'm waiting. It looks like, there you go, he's in Eastern Plaguelands. Looks like maybe he's traveling. Yeah, the drop rate is not great on this. When it drops, okay, cool. But for the most part, it's not dropping. So we're having like maybe a 20% drop rate, but then when they drop, we're getting 3 or 4. So yeah, whatever you want to, however you'd like to think of that, I guess. I guess it's working out to maybe close to somewhere in the ballpark of a 50-50 drop rate, which is okay. When you need 20, it's meh. Alright, I think they're kind of making their way through, maybe through the Eastern Plaguelands. I don't know. Cool, boom. When you get 2 in a row like that, it's pretty useful. Then it feels like a nice spike. We only need 4 more, so 1 to 2 more drops. Then I will probably make my way under... down to the end. Well, actually, I don't know what I'll do on that one after that. Okay, we need 1 more because we suddenly only got 2. Kind of looks like they're making their way down. I can't really tell. Old Gobbles. I don't know if I've done Gobbles before, if I've ever seen them in chat or talked to them. Ugh. Okay. So... the reason why I'm focusing on turning in the quests, there is a method to the madness, is I would like to know as much as possible without having to do research and estimations just how much reputation I'm already going to have earned for the Thorium Brotherhood. And most quests in this zone are Thorium Brotherhood. I do not believe the little dragon that we go kill, those things. I don't think he's Thorium Brotherhood, but I can't say that for certain. I also am not 100% sure. I don't think the ledger from Tanaris is Thorium Brotherhood rep, but again, not 100% certain. Because I think the dwarf inside that is not Thorium Brotherhood. I think he's just a regular dwarf. Alright, so we got the 20 we need. We also got one extra, actually. Gotta toss the extra one. Okay. Alright, so now that one's done. Now, I guess I will... we'll kill... Let's see what he's doing. I guess I could go for the the Signal of Ragnaros. Yeah, we have... I'll go up there and sell real quick. I guess I will do that. If I had a cooking spot, I could cook up this white spider meat. That could condense that a little bit. I have all this silk. I guess I'll look and see as we go. Is there any more taskmasters to kill? Yeah, there's a slaver. There we go.
I need to get closer.
Okay. Alright, and I do need these. Oh look, he moved over. Little magma elemental. Hopefully he doesn't. I can't move him netted anyway. Hopefully I don't aggro him. I might. I was gonna say he's mighty close. He took out my totem. Oh, he's immune to that, I forgot. There's no point in using those. Come on. And he's the one proccing it, too. There we go. Yeah, it's very... You guys are a little annoying, if you recall. We had to kill a few before. But we are now up to 21, so we're 70% of the way done. Come on. Yikes. Used my special heal. Okay, cool. He didn't get us anything. All right, so 21, 70%. I heard. All right, so they are gonna see me soon. So that's good. They're on the way. So I feel like another thing we could do would be... I gotta get this heal off. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. It's two of them. The two taskmasters back to back is a little bit... They really are testing my ability to not be staggered when I cast. I don't know why. Oh, it's because I'm not having that buff anymore. I was like, man, I just feel like I'm having a much harder time. I had that Zandalar buff. Nice. Okay. So we're down, now we're at 23. We need one more Taskmaster, but 6 more Slavers. I'm gonna go sell for that. Is that a buff? It's probably creating some lag in my... I had to... Oh yeah, speaking of little technical things, I did have an issue. You noticed the last episode I didn't have any formatting. And the episode, the fable I made yesterday, I'll post it pretty much at the same time as this. It's uploading right now. I had some tech issues. We're not tech, but, well, I guess it is. But my DaVinci recording software has been having some glitches, and it really, for some reason, it could not process the last video. I tried like 10 times the last episode, so eventually I just published it raw. Without processing it.
Smithing's my game. And
which is fine. It's not the end of the world.
water on the side. Care for some meat?
Can I cook this in like a little brazier? I think I tried on a brazier once and it was all fine. I don't know if there's any like spots to cook. I'm cooking this white spider sausage. Is there anything around here? Felt like I did, but maybe actually it was in that brazier and iron forge, so there's not really a spot to cook right now. I could use like these scrolls. That'll help me if I really wanted to. The coal is just a matter of saving money. Alright, so where are they at right now? They still got a while to go on the flight. So now what we'll do, just to kill some time, is we will just take a few kills of the symbol of Ragnaros. We'll see if we can get a few kills on that. And, you know, the geologists are the easiest. This is just, you just need one. I hate fighting those fire guards. I prefer not to do that. I mean, the shaman, not geologist. The shaman, there you go. Okay, so we're going to go for this guy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop all my totems. At least 3 out of 4. I'll drop a fire one too. Let's get all 4. Why not? And then now it's a matter of just heals. Interrupt their own healing. They're going to try to shrink me. I don't know what it did. I don't think it helped. I don't think it worked, actually. Okay, did not get it. Okay, we're going to go try to hit this guy up now. Pretty good. Yeah, the pretty good, like, effectiveness. Okay, got myself a nice heal. We got another shaman walking up. Yikes, this could be trouble. Oh no! Dang it. They got each other. I'm screwed now. I'm cooked now. Yeah. I'm cooked. Man. Yeah. Toast. Are they gonna save my life here? Okay. Looks like maybe they will. The fact that there's 2 of them, that's what got me. Okay, I gotta see what can happen. Oh, he healed himself. I gotta get out of here now. Alright, so let's get out of here. We gotta restart this fight. They did hit me with a shrink. That's not a disease. I don't know how to remove that. How did that go? Where's my friend? Alright, he's getting quite close. Alright, so let's go ahead and eat. Oh, that potion's gone. That's actually nice that the potion's gone. Put some leather up there. Let's go ahead. We will eat this tender wolf steak. Why not? And let's use maybe some of our buffs since we are going to be doing... Go ahead and drink a moon juice too. I had one, it was pretty nice and easy, and the second one really hurt me. We got to stop him with the shrink if we can, because I don't have a way out of it. Okay, we'll do a couple of these. There we go, I'm big again. So heal we got to stop, but we also got to stop shrink. Oh, I already have a more powerful agility scroll. Okay. Alright, should be good. Oh, I do have this restorative potion, so if I get hit with the shrink in a bad spot, I can also try to hit it up with that. Alright, let's see what we got. This dude right here. Okay. And I don't exactly know what happened or why. Oh, was it this one? I don't know how it got so intense. Where somehow we got a pat add-on that fast. Okay. Yeah, see? Now he's going to hit himself with that heal. It's kind of annoying, but I'd rather stop the heal, I guess. Yeah, I guess I gotta save it for the heal. Hope I don't get hit with that. Alright. Get that one going. I do not want to fight those dudes. I only want to fight these shamans. Alright. I guess we can try this guy. I'm a little bit bummed about my mana. What else do I have here? Okay. Alright, so he's here. This guy says they're gonna be upset. I mean, they're gonna feel sorry for messing with my pal. All right, I appreciate the sentiment, sir or ma'am. Gopples right there. Okay. So we need to go over to this little... Seems like he knows where it's at. He or she. Let me put my little Wind Fury weapon on. And then we'll do the others while I'm there. I don't mind fighting those other elites on my own. They know where it's at. Which is good. I'm gonna have to fight that one. Oh, okay. They whatever it's called, distracted or not, whatever, soothe mind or something like that. Okay. All right, so all right. Go ahead and put this up. And get a couple of these going. Oh. Okay, I gotta look. This is gonna be tough here. So maybe we can get some aggro. He seems to be keeping himself alive pretty good. I shouldn't have used my little... Okay, good. Good, he's immune to it. Crap. Alright, so I need to reincarnate and res them now. We'll drink some water and eat some more of this yummy food. Alright, so we did get the elite, which should hopefully let him go a little more. I do have another one of these I can use. Oh, I gotta take the Mallet of Zul'Farrak. Yeah. He's gonna res him. So we do have some people helping out, which is cool. With 2 level 60s now, this should be a good... Alright, so this time I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and drop my totems when I go in there. Unfortunately, that was my reincarnation. I would have never been able to do it on my own with that rare there, but I've never killed that rare before. That Slave Master Blackheart. It's kind of cool. I did not... I just greeted on the little 16 shoulder. Yeah, it's not better than what I have. And it was leather, too. I don't care about that. Alright. So, alright, this time we'll go out there and drop it like it's hot. Okay, so they both aggroed on there. They got that guy. Oh, great. I gotta wait till that comes back in. So, we got this guy. Trying to get my threat going on him. Alright, so here we go. Now it should be a lot better. Okay, I can't, he's going after me. Okay, I'm gonna, oh yeah, he has that stupid bubble he puts on himself too. He's got such a weird little combo of moves. Okay, sweet. Alright, so we got him. Okay, so this what the flux, I'll share it. Alright, now I'm going to tell him that I'm going to go. So, I don't know if he'll be able to. Alright, so the group disbanded. I need to go, while we're down here, I'm going to get my 20 Incendosaurs, and then we're also going to get these slavers. Okay, so we'll go with these guys. And should be all good here. We need one more Taskmaster anyway, and 5 more slavers now. No worries. That was a pretty good. They helped us out there. It was pretty nice. Okay, got all the Taskmasters. Let's get the slavers. There's another slaver. And then we also need to go over for the lava anyway. So my focus isn't really the slavers and Taskmasters, or now just slavers, because I can get those even above ground. I'm really wanting to get the Incendosaurs. Okay. I don't know if he's specifically pulling. Alright. I don't know why that guy is over there. Pulling such like a... I can't tell if I'm helping or hurting. I don't know what he wants. Okay, cool. So we got 13 of those. Alright, so I need 2 more slavers. I'm not really... We'll worry about the slavers after. Those are all Taskmasters, so I'm not worried about that. Over here is where the Incendosaurs are. Although the ChatGPT has broken my brain and I want to say Incendosaurs like every time now, even though that's ridiculous. Okay, we'll go ahead and add that on there. Alright. Cool. So we did this before. These Incendosaurs, we're going to come down for a second kill session later. But we need them now. You need to kill 20 of them for the actual quest. And then when all's said and done, we'll do the math about what we actually need. So for now, we just got to kill 20 and we'll keep track of whatever we can get out of this spiel here. We got the secret plans for the fiery flux. Let's see, what's our record time at? We're sitting at about halfway through the episode, and we've done the hardest thing that was going to hold us back, which was killing that guy and getting the what the flux. That's also what opens up the ability to get dark iron rep. These things will also give us leather, so that's cool. Thick leather. You need to kill 20 of these, and that's just because of the rep. We also need to kill 2 more slavers, again, just so that we can figure out what our max rep is. I'm probably going to end up saving the traveling and everything for our final episode. So what we'll do is we will grind out the Flames Casing, the Signal of Ragnaros. Gonna end up getting both of these guys. Probably better, actually. to try to pull these guys over to me, now that I think about it. Make a little base. It'll go better for my overall fighting. I don't know why I'm... Come on. Okay, we got 2. So far we have 4 scales, but that doesn't really matter. We'll do scale counting after the fact. I'm not going to worry about interrupting those. Oh, I lost... One of them hit my stone skin totem. That's why it's so bad. Okay, got 4 more, but we are now up to 3. We've only killed 3. Yikes. Go ahead and eat this banana bread. And we have our thick leather. We're growing. Right now, to level up, what do we need? Wild leather cloak? No, because of the wild vine. It's too expensive and annoying. All of the wild leather. The big voodoo, whatever. So Nightscape boots at 16 each are probably our best bet. Everything else just takes too much junk. So it's probably just worth doing the 16 leather each Nightscape boots. Yeah, if that's the case, I have 32. We have enough for 2. We need 4 points. Okay. So I'll try to pull wherever I can, if they're close enough. As I say, I don't think it's worth an earth shock to hit him with that. Come on. Alright, we got 4 down. These guys are level 49, so they're pretty far below us. But with our rested XP, I mean, I'm getting 400 XP for each. It's not too shabby. But we do have a remaining 154,000 XP, so... Pretty sure spells also proc Lightning Shield. It says attacker on hit, but I don't think spells proc it too. Got 4 from that one, and we're a quarter of the way through. Gonna maybe move my base. Yeah. I shall. And then after this, we'll just have to fight our way back out, ideally killing 2 slavers along the way. And then we can turn everything in, and then all we really have left to do is our only focus at that point could be leaving and doing the flight for the Ledger from Tanaris, which is possible, or continuing to grind out those elites, which is what I think we're going to do. Try to get that symbol of Ragnaros. See what I can do on that. What do we got here? Yeah, 6 Incendosaurs. Later on, we'll have to get them because these Incendosaur scales that they drop, which they have a 100% drop rate, and they drop from 1 to 4, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen 5 drop, if I have to think off the top of my head. The respawn rate on them is really good. This is one of the easiest farms in the game. Person's been looking for that Lionheart helm crafting for a while. Alright, 3 more scales. How about skinning those other ones? No, I think I was. We need that thick leather. Yeah, so you will see an episode where we do some math and we probably have to come down here and kill somewhere like around 30 or 40 of these guys, maybe as much as 50. Whatever, that is what it is. This is where, as we start to get near the end of the game, start to get closer to level 60, it's going to be a little bit more of a grind because I'm slowly peeling my focus over to Resto, which is good for group content, but it is not. Makes I'm going to slowly lose my edge in PvE solo stuff. But I should slowly have an edge when I'm in instances. Like I'll be a more and more desirable party member. Yeah, I think I'm doing good with my maintenance of abilities as long as I don't interrupt that. Because I think if I was using Earthshock just as an interrupt, I could reduce the mana cost. Maybe should do that. I don't really care about its damaging abilities. Okay, we're halfway done with our Incendosaurs. This is the last of the 3 kill 20 quests. You had to kill 3 greater lava spiders, 3 heavy war golems. I mean, not 3. 20 greater lava spiders, 20 war golems, and then 20 of these guys. This is the last of these. These are all worth Thorium Brotherhood rep. And then you also have these. There are 3 job opportunity boards. One of them was killing Overseer Maltorius, which we have that ready to turn in. One of them was finding the Smith 2-year thing, which we did. We got lucky. That was an RNG drop that we got lucky on. And then the final one is this killing the competition. Whoops. And close to that. We're also getting closer and closer, I hope, to some free time. We got about 2 weeks, and then you guys will have to be on a hiatus from the show. I'll be gone for a couple weeks, traveling the world. And I will have people here just watching the house, but they will not be taking over my show. So we'll have that, and then I don't know. We're gonna see what life brings after that. If I'm doing the same thing, which as of right now, that's all. My contract was renewed, so that's fine. Like, basically meaning I can do another year of the same job that I've been doing. And I'm fine with that. But also I'll be looking for other opportunities, but we'll see if those opportunities spike right when I'm out of the country. I've already basically been told by the higher-ups, like, when the call comes, if you are not on hand to heed it, we will move immediately on to the next candidate. So that is what it is. I've already got these things planned, and so if it happens in that 2-week window, wasn't meant to be this time. But all of that would come with a drastic change in my work schedule. I would lose the ability to do my month or so where I work from home in the slow part of the year. So that's a pretty big ability. That's a pretty big time of year where I really get to crank out episodes and prep. So it's kind of pros and cons, at least in terms of this show. If we stay, I foresee us being able to, over the next month or two, crank out a few, like a good 4 or 5 zones, which we haven't really got a chance to do before. So I would see us going through Feralis for sure. Well, that one will be almost done. But I could see us getting through Fellwood, Ajara, Ungoro, Crater, and Blasted Lands, and getting all the way up through the Sunken Temple content and being ready to go endgame as we enter the fall, which would be really, really nice. I don't know that's going to be contingent upon me both prepping those things off camera and getting the opportunity to make episodes on it, long form episodes like this on a nearly daily basis. So we'll see. Alright, we are down to needing just 3 more guys here. I'm going to 2v1 these. See how this goes. I hear one of them get ready to cast on me. Okay. Got one of them. Nice. That was not too bad. So when I think the thing that really made the last one so painful was my stone skin totem. They immediately killed that one and I didn't notice. Alright, we just need one more, and then we can leave this bad boy. That guy, there he is. On the way out, we can grab this one. And then we are basically done with what we need for now in the cauldron. I'm telling you, you quest along. Familiarity in games breeds comfort, not contempt. And it really is these things that seem maze-like and daunting and swarming with enemies. You just spend a lot of time in them. You just get comfortable in them. It's very Dark Soulsian. Some of the classic caves experience where initially it appears scary, but then the more times you do it, it just becomes like second nature and you navigate it much more easily. It's crazy when you first start playing a From Software game how intimidating certain things are, and then with enough time and practice and experience, you're just dodging right underneath the biggest monsters' blades and learning their mechanics and going through the most scary-looking poisonous swamps, and in a sense, it's very much like, and I love those games. I love that feeling. I love games where you can literally see and feel yourself learning and growing in real time. I think I'm an addict for learning. I gotta kill this guy. I gotta have to kill one of them. If I try to split him, I'll pull both, I bet. So, let's get one of these dumb workers. Even slowed, he's... Pull this way over, but luckily I didn't aggro a second guy. Alright, so, out here in the little valley, let's see if I can find 2 more slavers. If not, I always have a chance of finding them above. That wraps around. I don't care about that, but look, I can see 2 slavers right there. So I'm going to go after these 2. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. See what we can do, guys. Okay, almost got that one taken care of. That's good. Got one of them. Just don't want to aggro that dude. The slavers are less annoying than the taskmasters because those taskmasters are you double wield those daggers, but I guess the slavers have that bleed. Alright, we did it. Get myself a heal, and now we're gonna get out of here. Go turn in all this stuff, sell a little bit, get out of the cauldron, and look how clear the map looks. We've basically done every quest in the zone. We do have to wrap up this Ragnaros line. That's not a big deal. And of course we have the ledger from Tanaris being a little bit annoying. Again, not really a big deal. Just things for our consideration. Man, I had a very exhausting, just slammed busy week at work, and I was so... I just was physically... You know, there's a lot of mental and emotional... And I had some of that too. I had, you know, you guys heard my record on Monday. You can tell when the world has been beating me down. And I try to overcome it, but And then I just cap that off with just like I am physically sore and aching. Sleep deprived, just very busy, and I'm ready. I'm coming into. They make you earn it. I'm telling you that they make you earn a reprieve. So it will be. I mean, I have another very busy week coming up. A lot of meetings. So it's a different kind of busy. I got a lot of things I need to do and bows to tie. This is my last really busy week. And then we have a Memorial Day weekend, so there's a nice little 3-day weekend coming up after that where I will, prep for my vacation and do some things and get ready. Then I have a more chill thing coming up after that. The following week, with it being only a 4-day week, it's a lot. There's still stuff to do, but it'll be a lot easier. All right.
Yes, it's true. I'm blind as a bat.
So
and drunk
I don't need
as a...
your gossip. We already heard that one. But now we can turn in Wanted Overseer Maltorius.
Watch your back.
Can't you see I'm busy? What is it you be wanting?
I never thunk I'd be looking at this ugly mug again. He actually looks better without the rest of him attached. Here's your reward, asterisk, hick, asterisk, person.
All right, so we could have this cool leather. It's actually a pretty good leather tunic, but it's nowhere near the Gazrilla scale armor. Now this seared mail vest. Okay, I have 33 stats. So does that. So just from a pure stat perspective, it's about a tie, but mine is a little better on the armor, and I've reinforced it. So while this one might be a little more balanced overall, mine is better for healing. And I'm just not going to... Yeah, we'll take that. We did Overseer Maltorius, now done. Okay, so... Whoops. That's... Where was that one? Yeah, one of the tougher quests near the bottom of the list. Bang bong. Bong bong. Okay, we can also turn in this guy.
What's up? When Lolo doesn't want to spill any of his precious ale or get his little dress dirty, I'm called in. Yep! Old Hansel is the dwarf they use to mete out a little bit of justice and a whole lot of pain.
Incendosaurs, Whateverosaur is more like it.
Oh, me aching feet. I figured since you didn't have a luffer.
So they give you a Luffa, which is an interesting trinket that just removes a bleed effect. It can be okay, but it's not better than any of the things I have. So that's the Incendosaurs. Whateverosaur is more like it. But also, more importantly, almost, we get the rep from doing that quest. So that's good. And then this guy has the other job board posting.
As acting taskmaster of this here
Oh, we don't
compound.
need that.
15.9 pounds! That may be a new record for blood and gut weight on apparel. Congratulations,
2 gold is pretty good.
adventurer.
Alright, cool. So that's good too. Culling the competition now done. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, and then we have one more to turn in right here. What the Flux?
Here there. Off with you.
Did you find the plans?
I hope you kicked his teeth in too, adventurer. Ragnaros knows he deserved it. Now we can get down to business.
Ragnaros knows it was almost, that's almost like Lord knows. So these people worship Ragnaros as well. Again, that's a pretty important one. Okay, now I don't know. Now first of all, let's sell some of this stuff. Sell and repair. I'll save the Luffa to put in the bag. We have 59 scales. That's useful. Okay. That's it for now that we can really sell to him. But if you look at his chit-chat, I don't think we have King's Blood. Yeah, we can't do that. We have everything else, but we do not have King's Blood. Iron, we can't do that. We do need to do one. Heavy leather we actually have, and we can turn in one of these right now.
Let's not waste more of my precious time with jibber-jabber, Torin. It's time to focus on replenishing our dwindling fiery flux supply. What I'm going to need from you is the following Incendosaur scales. Heavy leather, Cole, I'll take all that you can offer, and you'll do it fast if you want to get in good with the Brotherhood.
There's always room for more fiery Flux, Junior. Keep it coming, unless I tell you to stop.
Okay, so we just did it one time. We do have another few we could do. I will keep that in mind, but we're not going to necessarily burn through those right now. That's just going to be something to think about, because the heavy leather is actually a little bit more useful to us as a leather worker by doing it this way. So just something to think about, but we did do the heavy leather, and we can do more if needed. So that one's done. Pick up, turn in. Okay, now I don't know if it's in my bank or not, but I do think we have some dark iron residue. I need to put this Mallet of Zul'Farrak in there also. Oh, also I think we finished all of our... No, we didn't. But I think I turned in everything that I needed for bandaging. Let me just double check that, but I'm pretty darn tootin' sure that we're at rune cloth for all of them. Rune cloth, actually not even listed. Yep. Rune cloth, and if we look over here, I pretty probably check this every time. Yeah. All right, so let's go. So we can go ahead and make some more of these, and maybe we'll get lucky and level up some more first aid points. At 290, we can learn our final recipe, which is heavy rune cloth. I'm pretty sure you can go the whole way without ever making a rune cloth bandage. And this is really just for fun for us. Yeah, we got... There you go. So we've gotten 3 points. You know, it's just something to do with our mage weave cloth as we get it. Just help keep pushing that up. We're gonna sell it anyway. You make a little bit less money making heavy mage weave than regular mage weave, but will help us level up that process. See what we get. See how far we can take it. Cool. 279. Alright, so you know you can go to 280 and nothing changes in terms of how many points you're getting from everything. So cool, we made it to 281. That's not nothing. That's pretty useful.
Here there.
Okie dokie. Deep rock salt there. Alright, so we are not all done in this area yet. We will work on that, but we still have a couple other things. I'm pretty sure this Flames Casing questline does not give a story in Brotherhood rep. Where are we at with the record time? Alright, so we've got about 30 minutes now that we can devote. If we have good RNG with the Symbol of Ragnaros, we can get that all done. If we don't, we don't. And that does mean we're going to escape out of this episode without doing any fishing. So in the final episode, it'll just be fishing, wrapping up this quest. Perhaps wrapping up this quest. We'll see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put some of our goodies here. There's a human paladin. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get this guy. He either spawned in there or he had died and rezzed there at level 60. That's how annoying these guys can be. They could get you with that. Nice, that was a good hit. Use that where I can. I want to save my interrupts for that spell. I'm going to care less about the shrink. Got him. And we got our Symbol of Ragnaros. Amazing. That's great. So we got instant luck on that. Perfect timing. So that means we are absolutely going to get a chance to finish this quest line. I stinking love it. All of these quests are going to get knocked out. So that means on the next episode, all we're going to do is travel around the world, fish, buy the things we need, do some math on what we need. We do not get a 10% bonus, so it's going to be a full, probably 2,375 rep we're going to need, probably.
You need vengeance shall be mine.
Without a suitable source of arcane energy, the Torch of Retribution cannot be completed.
The symbol radiates foul magic, perfectly suited for our task.
Cool. Okay, so the flames casing is about to be done. So let's go ahead and extend these a few. I know we've got a few more. The flames casing is about to be done. We can go ahead and check that one off. Okay.
Give me a moment to combine the pieces and apply the necessary enchantments.
Okay. This is the Torch of Retribution Part 1. It says Velarok, Windblade, Chance, and an Unknown Tongue. See him kind of
Patiently console, the torch is almost complete.
Okay. So you talk to him.
Mine.
I don't know where you turn in. It says Torch. Okay, there you go. Now you can talk to him.
I buy and trade. There is one final task that you must complete.
All right, so Torch of Retribution 1 and 2. That's all good. That's just an easy peasy one. This is one of these old WoW classic tropes where you just take 2 seconds to pick up and turn in a quest.
The
And he
torch
gives
must
you,
now be bound to its owner. Pick up the torch, adventurer.
okay, he gives you the second one, and you have to actually get this floating torch from out of midair. This green floating torch. You grab the torch with both hands, waves of hatred and anger pulse through your being, and that is it. You get 4,700 experience just from that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Pretty nice. So we have the Torch of Retribution. Now,
What can I do for you?
Speak with my envoy, Squire Maltrake. He will further instruct you as to the use of the Torch of Retribution.
and he can give you another point, another torch if you somehow have to drop yours, and here's Squire Maltrake.
What can I...
I live only to serve the Master.
Okay.
Are you prepared to make your strike?
Sure. All right. So now the next step is Squire Maltrake again. So now we've done all the little itty bitties. Other than that traveling, we are ready to do this bad boy of a quest.
Listen well.
Set them ablaze.
While the 4 towers can never be destroyed, you can use the Torch of Retribution to set them ablaze for a very long period of time. A fire that no element or force can subdue. While they are ablaze, no guard or sentry unit can inhabit the watch post, and thus their first line of defense is nullified. You must enter each tower and use the Torch of Retribution within their fortifications. Beware the elite sentry units of the Dark Irons, adventurer.
See you around.
Okay, we got Set Them Ablaze. Cool. All right, so we should be able to finish these 2 right now. This one shouldn't really be a big deal. So now we're going to go do that. We're going to go set... Now, if we have to kill the elite sentries, that is what it is. But there are 4 towers. Each of these 4 towers has external guards, lookouts, and then within there is a elite unit at the tip top. We could get away with, for the most part, not fighting people on the outside. You can also just run and smash and grab these if you want. But we're going to be a little bit more thorough about how we get in there. Okay, we're going to kill the lookouts where we can. And then go up and fight the elites. Dark Iron sentries at the tip top. 4 times. We've got to do this 4 times. 3 out of 4 times it's basically identical. That one, as you could see, there's this heavy war golem that I guess could provide some issues. Okay, we're going to fight this dude. Drop all 4 of our totems. Continue to fight. And let's see what kind of issues this guy causes us here. Seems pretty okay so far. Liking it. Alright, so not too shabby. Now when we're out there, we have to equip the torch. It's on your back, and then there are these tiny little nubs. There's a corner. Each tower has a nub. Okay, you set that little nub ablaze. Alright, so we've completed the first one. The second one is very, very similar. None's too shabby on that one. Like the guy said, there are 4 towers. This one seems like we're good. We don't have an out. We just have the golems. They seem to pat around in a way that makes us not really need anything, but the lookouts aren't on this side. So we should be able to just go up and fight the sentry. Okay. Cool. Okay, gonna go for heal here. They don't have enough time. A little bit more stressful on this one because I didn't come in with full resources. Should be okay. It's also not, because it's, but basically the lack of resources means that I could not, you can see how the fires are up there. I could not, continue to keep my lightning shield up, which prolonged the fight a little bit more than I wanted to. Okay, we got the second one. Cool. 2 down, 2 to go. Alright, let's get our beat stick back out. I'm going to take a slow walk so that I can slowly rejuvenate my resources without really worrying about sitting down yet, although I might have to. Yeah, this is a pretty good one, and this also then comes with a follow-up quest at the very end, the Trinkets quest. And that's going to be it. We'll look at our time at that point and decide if I want to do a quick flight down to Swamposaurus to get that piece done. Might be worth it. And then have the last... Yeah, we're really going to just see where we're at. I think that might be what we do. I think we can do that on this episode. And wrap it up with a little bit of fishing, a little bit of Swamposaurus killing for the Flamberge. Alright, so there is another little lookout we're going to have to get on this one. Because he's really guarding the entrance right there. We have this bad boy, the Nature Swiftness, ready to go again. Okay. Go up and try this guy, third one. Same deal as before. Okay. Got him with that. And we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna need to reapply this in just a sec. Boom. Okay, mana's a little low, but we've managed to keep the offense up, cooking enough that we should be okay. There we go. Okay, got a little bit luckier on crits and things like that this time, so. Third tower, no worries. Just gotta find the little nugget. There it is. The Sentry Brazier number 3. Southern tower now ablaze. Okay. Alright, we only have 1 tower left to go. This tower is a little different than the others. All of the others you can get by, as you saw, by killing 1, maybe if you're clever, you're lucky, no mobs, and then killing 1 elite at the top. This one's a little bit more out there. It's the furthest one away if you're going around in the direction that I did. It's the first one you'll encounter. You go around clockwise instead. But you can get through this one by killing less, but as you can see here, you gotta weave your way a little better. So I might end up having to kill that golem. and this. I think either way, you're probably going to have to kill 2 mobs to get through this. And then you also are going to have to kill another couple too. Now you can always just smash and grab, without a doubt. But basically plan to have to kill a few guys, which means you should plan to have to deal with some resource regeneration when you're about to go into the tower. Because if you come around the other way, you'll have to fight. You can maybe get away with just killing this one, but this one's going to be right there. So most likely, somehow or another, you're going to have to kill 2 mobs to get to the bridge, unless people have cleared this area before you get there, which happens a lot. And then there is a guy on the bridge, always padding the bridge, and then there's a guy padding out in front. So if you time it, see this guy walks way down there, you don't have to kill that guy. But depends if you're all rested up. So like if you wanted, you could rest up on the bridge. But now that we have that banana bread, now I'm really not worried about it. Because now what I'm going to do is fight this guy and see if I can kill him. But then I'm going to just eat some banana bread, maybe drink some water. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so I'm going to hit a heal, and then I'm going to eat and drink right now. Not worried about a well-fed buff for 1 elite guard. When I've got free soft banana bread. Sounds good, actually. I like banana bread. My wife is a banana hater. Bananas are one of those, I think, slightly divisive foods where I think most people are fine with bananas. More people are fine with it than not. There is a sizable amount of people that hate bananas. My wife is among them. To her, I think bananas might be the most disgusting food on the planet to her. I don't know what I would consider the most disgusting food on the planet. Like, what food just does not do it for me. Sure, there is something. Alright, we did it. We got our last sentry down, and here's our last little nug. The good thing also about doing this, healing our way, is that now the escape is easy. And you can kind of run either way. It kind of about splits the difference which way you decide you want to come back. I'm going to retrace our steps since basically cleared the way. But that's it. We've done all 4 towers. That's the other elite quest. If you're Horde, now remember, if you're Alliance, you have to spend a lot more time killing those guys up there. You also have the Rise Obsidian. There's the general questing in this zone is pretty much the same either way, but the Alliance just has a lot more difficult. There's also the elite way to get the key to the area, killing over here. Just a lot more elites, a lot more things to do if you are Alliance. I don't know why they specifically made... I mean, I guess because of the proximity to Ironforge and the relationship that the Ironforge dwarves have with the dwarves, the Dark Iron dwarves, made there be a little bit more connection for questing. I think that's pretty much... That definitely explains the key part and explains this part that leads to Rise Obsidian, but this extra part right here where you're just randomly saving some Night Elf is just weird, but it's whatever. Alright, that quest line, I'm pretty sure this is the one with the best reward. It also gives you some black molting, and I don't know what that's used for yet, but I think it's used for a quest later on down the line.
Hey there. It is glorious. Is it not glorious, Master?
Okay, so he gives us a one-handed axe. Oh, I really have. I forgot I need the put that back on so I can really... yeah, mine's better. These leggings are 2733 stat points. I'm still rocking those. So the stats are better, but the armor makes it not. I mean, it's pretty dang close. 2733, it's like a 38, 39, whereas this is a 24, 27. It's like a 37. So technically, we're starting to get to the point where these are actually a little better. And that's trash, but this helmet, mine is a 25 with 21. This is a 29. This is better. So this is stam and strength. So I'm going to be swapping over. I'm going to be losing 7 strength to gain a little bit of armor to gain, and I'm going to lose all that stam, but I'm going to gain a bunch of intellect and spirit. So this is a better healer's helmet.
For the Alliance.
Overall, a better helmet. And then,
Glorious indeed, Maltrake. Looks as if my plan worked perfectly. Wouldn't you say so, mortal? You would not have helped the Legion of Blackrock had we just asked for your assistance now, would you?
Says Valorok the receiver lets loose a reptilian laugh. At least you think it's a laugh.
What will we do with them, Master? They are of no use to us anymore. Silent fool!
That's how his Squire gets got right there.
They will live if only to see the fruits of their labor. The destruction and chaos that will surely ensue as the Legion of Blackrock invades the gorge. I leave you now mortals alive and with these trinkets. Maltrake, present them with the trinkets. Right away, Master.
Valorok the deceiver begins to flap his massive wings faster. He is preparing for flight.
Oh yes, the moat. Do not lose it. There are those of my kin in the burning steppes that would craft items that only the moat of the black dragonflight could fortify.
Valorok the deceiver yells,
The Legion of Blackrock comes, dwarflings! We shall scorch the earth and set fire to the heavens. None shall survive.
So we've helped out the black dragons in service of Valorok. Kind of another one of these instances where we have done the service of evil. And then you get this horde of the black dragonflight, which is going to have this black molt within it, and I guess we'll use it. But he's really helping us out a lot for having taken advantage of us. The chest appears locked. The chest opens at your touch. How much cheese could possibly be in here? There's only one way to find out. I guess poking fun at the fact that chests often have cheese? I don't know. Instead, we got the horde of the black dragonflight.
I live only to serve the Master.
Okay, well, the Master left you, bro. Alright, so we got a pretty... mostly junk. The black dragonflight molt is cool. A dull and gray patch of black dragon skin. We got a nectar. We got a plate belt. We got some delicious cave mold. We did get some heavy leather. That's really it. So not anything special. This helmet looks a little cooler. Drakefire headguard. And it's a nice healer's helmet. So not helping us out in our quest to become... We also don't need the Torch of Retribution anymore. So let's go ahead and put this out. We've done trinkets now. Awesome. So all we have is the repeatables and the ledger from Tanaris. All of that will get completed on the next quest. So before we wrap today, we're going to do one more piece, which is the other thing here in the Eastern Kingdoms. We're going to head over to the Swamp of Sorrows because we have a little time on today's episode. Well, you know what? Stink it. Never mind. We won't do that. We'll do it all on the next one. Because the next one's going to be kind of light on content. All we need is the package, then the flamberge, and we need to do the math and figure out how much we're going to need for this other stuff. Which is cool. All right. So let's go ahead and repair and give ourselves a little bit of space. I don't need that. I will save this nectar. Why not? Sell that and that. Cave mold I can sell. All right, so we're starting to get full up on stuff. We need to cook and do various different things. We need to be cooking. But, yeah, that's pretty good. All right. That's really good progress. And without a doubt, we will finish on tomorrow's episode. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but we really kicked this zone's butt. And now it's just the logistical, grindy wrap-up, because as I said at the top of the show, nothing too big, too small, nothing too tedious. And to technically complete every quest in this area, we need to get to and unlock this quest, gaining acceptance, which requires friendly. So the next episode will be getting this reputation. That was worth nothing. Let's look up Ledger from Tanaris just really quick. We'll take a peek at that, and then we'll bounce. I don't think that this is going to be worth Thorium Brotherhood rep. It is worth rep with Gadgetson. That's it. So we'll get a little reward, but the reputation is not Thorium Brotherhood, so we can basically do the math and know the 625 rep with no bonus for our race is all we're going to have. Thank you everybody so much for watching, for listening, and for tuning in. If you like what you see, smash that subscribe, share it, like it, comment, help that old algo out. Check out some of the other episodes that we have throughout the week, each week, where we get a minimum of 4 episodes done. Also check out that Patreon. I put a link to the Patreon as well as to that helpful sheet you keep seeing me cut over to. Patreon, we've been covering a side project, Lore of Assassin's Creed, and I've been playing Assassin's Creed Bloodlines lately, which is a PSP game. It's a sort of direct sequel to Assassin's Creed 1, and maybe around 40% of the way through that game. It's pretty cool. Thank you, everyone. This episode, In the Pipe 5x5.